Yo. Obviously, this video looks a little different, is a little different. Not driving in the car. Haven't really put out a video in 2 months. I was taking my own time to lock in on my goals and lock in on track and everything. And obviously, like, I'm not gonna stop posting. So I'm back. I completed my goal, did what I wanted to do. Locked in, completed, uh, completed my goals. Yeah. So I saw another quote that said, and it really hit me. It said, "Stop waiting for the right time to start." And there's never a right time. The right time is only really like with some things, the right time is real, but with your goals, man, you can't wait for the right time to start. Like you can't wait till 2026 is coming up. Like I'll start in the new year. It'll be 2026. I'll start this. I'll start this. Start this. That's the good time. That's a good time to start. People will say that, and it's just imaginary. It's make believe. It's all in your head. There's never a right time to start. There's never like a perfect moment to start something. Like if you have a dream and you have a goal and you have something that you want to accomplish and you have something that you really want like to happen in your life, you can't wait for the right time because you're always going to be sitting and waiting. You're never going to be like, well, I started. You're never going to be like, oh yeah, I started. You're going to be like, like wait for the opportunity. Like, oh, I'll do it after I do this. I'll do it after I do this. And you can't live like that, man, because your goals, you're never going to be efficient with what you do. You're never going to be efficient in your goals and in the things that you try to accomplish because you're always going to be waiting. You're always going to be like, oh, like, you know, it's not the time yet. It's not the time, man. I think if you have a goal, man, you just got to get up and go do it. You just have to get up and do it. Like, you can't sit and wait for the right time because the right time's never going to come. Like, if you want to gain 10 pounds, bro, you can't wait for the right time to go buy the 95% lean beef. Like, you got to, if you want to gain weight, bro, if you want to bulk up, if you want to do it, you got to start now. You can't, like, wait. Like, you need big sacrifices for big dreams. And, like, with me, like, I wanted to win in track, so I was in like, kind of a rough place. I wasn't really taking care of my body and everything, and I just stopped. Like, I drank more water, cut out soda, stopped eating bad food, and good things happened. Good things came out of it. Like, I started PRing, like dropping seconds off my times in the 400 and the hurdles, and like, you just can't sit and wait for the right time for something to occur because you're always going to be waiting. You're always going to be waiting, thinking that that's not the perfect moment and that a better moment could be coming. You got to start when you're in the trenches. You got to start when you're down. Like, if you want to build a business, bro, you got to start when you have nothing because you're going to have to find your way out of that. Because if you want to build a business, but you wait until you have $10,000, man, you're going to be waiting years, bro. You're going to be waiting so much time to save up $10,000 to go. You got to start with nothing. You got to start with the ultimate bottom. You got to start with having nothing. You got to start like, I don't have this, but this is my goal. Like I have to accomplish this because you're just gonna excel if you just start because there's hundreds of millions, maybe even billions of people in their lifetime that are gonna want something, are gonna want to accomplish something, and they're never gonna start. They're gonna be waiting. They're gonna be like, yeah, like I really want to do this. I really want to do this. I've heard hundreds of people that are like, yeah, like I want to do this, but like like I'll start. I'll start tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow, and the contemplation that a lot of people go through just isn't healthy and it's not a good habit to build. So if you disconnect yourself from that like culture and you disconnect yourself from waiting for the right time, you're going to excel and things are going to go like a good way for you because you're going to just start because starting is the first step. You could fail 100 times, but once you start, like that is you're already 10 steps. You're already so much farther ahead of the competition in your sense because the competition is waiting for the right time. The competition is waiting to, dip their foot in the water. They're just dipping their toe, but they haven't dove in yet. Like it's just like jumping off like a dock into cold water. If you keep touching it, like, it's too cold. Like, let me warm up. Like, let me get used to it. Let me put my foot in. Let me start with my feet. Let me go lower. Like, that's what the competition is doing. Everybody else is starting so with such little steps, and they're like, maybe I'll try and I'll start saving like $5 a week, like that isn't gonna be where you want to be. You don't want to be there. You want to accomplish your goal, and once you just dive in that water, it's fine. So stop waiting for the right time to start, and stop waiting for the right time to occur and the right time to just pop up like it's magic. God's not going to just walk over and hand you the right time. He's not just going to hand you $10,000. He's not just going to hand you your goal. He's not just going to make you run faster. He's not just going to, you're not just going to lose 30 pounds overnight when you sleep. Like, you have to start and you got to do something about it. So, yeah, goal today, man, or goal tomorrow, whenever you watch this, goal of whenever, just stop waiting for the right time. If you have a goal, man, just step out and jump in the water. Like, stop waiting. Stop waiting around. Your goals aren't just going to come walk in front of your face and just, drop in front of you and just wait for you to be picked up. And, they're not just going to come at you. Like, you got to lock in and